We're going to do some Gary Moore walking by myself today. It's more of a high gain overdriven, but it does work on acoustic guitar as well, just by the way. We're looking at something that sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. And the cool thing about this, it lets you do palm damping, some pinch harmonics, and a whole lot of different techniques that can make it sound good. From there, you're eventually going to go. And there's other variations that do it more higher up like this. So there's different ways to go about it, but we're going to work with the PDF that I've got with the lower one, and let me take you step by step through all the riffs and the fun. And I hope you enjoy the study and just get to have a really cool, fun song to play along with. So we're going to focus here now. Riff number 1, this part here. Let's get a bit closer to see what's happening. We're starting up at fret number 7, top string, to fret number 5 on the 5th string, and we're sort of duplicating it. And the 5th note is number 7 on the 5th string, which I put a pinched harmonic on there because I think it sounds cool. We'll study pinched harmonics later stage. For right now, I'm assuming you know how to do it. If you don't, drop me a WhatsApp and I'll make something special. But the first 5 notes are going to sound like this. Now the trick is, between each riff, between each one of these that I just played, is a count of 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2 and 3 and so there's a whole lot of pauses and timing issues we need to keep in mind. So listen to the original, get a feel for it. Keep in mind that 1, 2, 3 count, etc., etc. Otherwise the song's not going to work well. Okay. Now on the beginning he plays through twice, and then on the 3rd one he starts singing. So we're going to assume now he's working from when he's singing. So we're ignoring the first 2. I'm going to pick up now with where he's singing. So it's going to bring the picking hand into play again. And I'd like us to keep in mind that I've got my palm really close to the bridge. So I've got my bridge over here. I'm resting on the bridge, and this gives me my palm damping. And when I want to pinch harmonic, I just lift up. You can see the little flick there, sort of lifting the back into the palm. Like that, to get the pinch harmonic working. Okay, but that's your technique for starters. Hand at the back, you got your 5 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do it 3 times while singing, and then you're going to go down like that, and that's simply going to be 7, 5, jump down with the first, 3, open, 2 and 3 and now what sounds pretty cool as well is, instead of doing an E5 power chord, you drop an E9 in. That sounds pretty dirty and nice and growly as well. So if you want more of a bit of a blues fun, try the E9. I'm going to show you that chord up front quickly. Okay, that's a typical E power chord by fret number 7. There's your 5th. Some people like the ring finger, I like the pinky. No big either ways. Or you can do the 9th, which looks like this. This is the E 9th chord. 1st finger, 6th fret, 4th string, middle finger, 7th, that's the root note E, and ring finger goes flat across the bottom 3. Nice 9th chord. For those that are purists, it's the dominant 9th. So if you want more of a dirty sound, you can do that. Okay. Now I'm going to invite you to play through the whole intro with me now. And we're going to assume that this is where the singing starts. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2 and 3. And I'm using the E5 power chord because it's probably the easy one of the 2, and it seems that most of the students prefer this to the E9th, but some have preferred the 9th. Okay. Next up, we're going to have this. A little slide there. All I do is I go to fret number 12 and sort of strum up muted, and then push down with my 1st finger and slide it down. And we do it because it sounds good. And it just works quite nicely. But let's have a look at the riff that we're doing up there. This is the 2nd row of tab, by the way, if you've got a copy of the PDF. And like I said, there's two ways to play the E5. The one is down here. That's the one E riff, and the other E riff was up here. I don't really mind which you go for. I like this one if I'm jamming by myself. It gives a nice sort of deep bass growl to it. Now I'm strumming my 6th string and my 5th string, and that gives me my 0-2 and another 0-2, and then I bring my ring finger in for the 4th fret 5th string. One more bar, and then you go. Now I'm just going to give different angles over here as we pick up speed. And the purpose is different angles, that you get a better view of everything. You can see my picking hand, you can see the damping, maybe a different angle, and this actually helps a bit understand what's happening as well. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2nd, 3rd. Now that little riff at the end there, which is the 4th bar called riff 3, that's simply going to be everything on the top string on the E string. It's going to go open, then open, open 3, open 4, back to the open, and at speed, and then you drop down a string. I'm going to change view again because the next two chords are a bit of a stretch. Here's the beginning of the 3rd line, the riff for chord A as it's titled on the tab. Same as the previous riff up here, just down a string, which means if you come down a string over here, obviously the picking hand comes down the string as well. And that's going to go. And then comes the stretch. Now, you would have ended off over here. So you're going to go 2, 2, 4, 4, 2, 2, 4, 4. And the trick is don't move finger 3. All we do is finger 1 hops up to here. And the pinky then stretches all the way to fret 6 here. Now for the younger students that the hands haven't fully grown out yet, if you can't get your finger from 1, 3 and pinky from fret 2, 4 and 6, you're welcome to just do this. Also sounds nice, but if you can get the pinky working. And the secret to get the pinky working there is dropping the thumb. You can see my thumb from the back is really low down. So if I lift my thumb now, my thumb's going to come so high. My hand closes. You can see my pinky doesn't want to go there. I'm forcing it. It really doesn't want to go there. And if I go back into fret, my pinky's got an honest problem. But if my thumb says high and I drop my thumb, and it says goodbye rather than high, I can get fingers 1, 3 and 4 quite nicely into. So you're going to have this now before we do that last final riff. I'm going to play it from the 2nd line riff for chord E through the hole, into the A, into the B, and I'm going to take it through slowly from a different angle for you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2nd bar, 3rd bar, A, B. You're ending like that, like I said, big stretch, and maybe from behind you can see my thumb now is sort of quite low down. It's nowhere near, it's not that because my hand closes. So as soon as he comes up, my hand closes. Okay, and we're on to the last riff now, which looks like this. Starts off pretty much on the E string. And slow motion to break it down. 0, 4, 5s, 6s, 1, 7. Jump to 5 on the 5th, pause it, and back to 7 with pinched harmonic optional on the top 6th string. And there we have it. Now if you take it the whole way through, it's going to sound something like this. Here we go, full speed. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2 and 3 and 2, 3 and 4. And you simply repeat it. It's as simple as that. And for those that happen to know the E minor pentatonic scale, this one here, fret 12, I'm assuming you sort of intermediate to advanced if you know the scale, or if you know the song at least. You can drop this in. This is quite good fun. 2 and 3. And that sounds pretty sweet. So there's some nice little extras you can drop inside there. And everything's from that scale. One more time, slow motion. 2 and 3 and so you can sit and play around and jam a bit with the song. It's just a really good feel-good song based on the blues 12 bar with a bit of a twist in it. And hope you enjoyed it. Have an awesome week. Take care. Cheers.